Thanks, Brandon!
Oh, goodness.
Yep, I've forgotten what my real face looks like.
No scars, though.
He does.
I was bleeding. Which, just like you, makes me an anomaly, an aberration. Watch the switch. You're too young to be on steroids, but...
The kitten, but I didn't look at him. His mom was over in the top, and she was a calico cat. So I was like, oh, I want a calico cat, right? And she was only a couple of years old. So I was like, you know what? I could like deal with having a cat that's only a couple of years old. No, that little fucker. I walked past, and he swung his paw out and like swung onto my shirt. And I was like, okay. Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, let me look around a little bit. And I came back around. He wouldn't shut up. So I came back around, and I was like, what is your problem? Just out the cage. I was like, can I just get that one out? And they were like, okay. And they're like, well, he has a brother. I said, I didn't ask for that one. I said, I asked for that one. And they were like, well, his brother has a cold. I said, great, I want that one. So they got him out, and he just like would not let go. So my mom pried him off of me and put him on his back, and he just laid there. I was like, yeah, I want him. They're like, are you sure? I was like, did I stutter? I want that cat. So I had to wait like another month or two for them to get him like fixed and everything.
Oh, he was that young?
Yeah, he was only like 2.5, 3 months old when I went and like found him in the shelter.
Wow.
So I had to wait for them to tell me I could come get him.
Aww.
So like I paid for him and everything, and I brought him home, and he had the worst case of zoomies.
I don't miss that. That's why I prefer grown-up cats.
Yeah, well, my cat was 10, and he still had zoomies. Like, he would just come out of my bedroom.
And he's how old?
Oh, like 12?
He would just come out of my bedroom and just start running all over the place. I was like, Louie, are you okay? And he was like, meow, run away. I'm like, okay. Like, he knew how to talk back. So, like, my dad would tell him to shut up, and he would just, like, mumble under his breath and walk away. I'm like, I know where you sleep. He knew how to say please. He knew how to say my name. So, like, when he wanted attention or he was hungry, he would just, like, start meowing out for me.
Ours do meow for us.
I would go to my friend's house for, like, 2 days, and I would come home, and he would be like devastated when I was gone. He wouldn't sleep in my bedroom without me. So like when I wasn't ready to go to bed, I would be like, well, you can go to bed, I'll be in there in a minute. No, he'd rather fall asleep sitting up on the arm of the couch waiting for me to go to bed than to go into bed by himself. And when I was gone, he would sleep with my little sister, or he would sleep with my mom in the living room because he wasn't allowed in my parents' room because he got into too much shit. So I would come home, and he would just be like, oh my God, you've been gone for so long. Like, I've been gone for literally 24 hours. Or like when I would come here, I'd come home, I'm like, I've been gone for 12 hours maybe. Like, what's your problem?
It's a long time when you can't tell.
Right, he was like, she's gone.
She's never coming back.
Right.
She's left us.
And God forbid there was a hole in the center of his food.
Oh, and mine are so, like, my oldest one will lead me to his food dish, and there's like this much, and I'm like, no,
eat it.
No, just, I shake the bowl.
My cat, I fed him wet food every once in a while, and when he got older, like, I started feeding him wet food, like, all the time, and he would just start eating it before I even got it out of the can. I'm like, can you wait? Like, get your head out of the way, or it's gonna go on your head. And, like, I had a water bottle that I would just go fill up from the fridge, because he didn't like tap water, because he was bougie. So he got the filtered fridge water in this water bottle, and I would pour it in there. And if I left with the bottle, he would not shut up till I came back. I'm like, Louie, I'm not even 12 feet away from the entrance of the bedroom. You can wait. And then I'd come back, and he'd be like, meh. And then I'd put the water in the bowl, and he'd go, and start drinking. I'm like, go away. Like,
that's beautiful, though.
Knocked all of the shit off of one of my shelves in my closet.
Oh my God.
Like, he liked to sleep wherever he wanted in my room. So I would wake up, and like, he would just be in a new spot. Like, new spot every week. And I woke up one day.
Down on me a lot.
Oh yeah, he got up there and just knocked everything down. I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was like, "What are you doing?" So I just went back to sleep. Woke up, all my shit's in the floor. He looks at me. He's like, I'm like, "Did you just like shove it all off of there?"
Probably
like,
did, yeah.
Dad likes to take socks.
Oh my God! Like they're animals, and he just piles them all at the bottom of the steps. Like, we'll wake up and there'll be like 3 socks there. Like, what are you doing? Where are these even from, bro?
My cat played fetch, so like if there was a milk ring or a bread tie or a hair tie on the floor, he would bring them to me and drop them on the floor and look at me. I'm like, what do you want? And he'd go. So I'd throw it, and then he'd go get it and bring it back. And then I'd throw it a couple times, and he wouldn't bring it back. I'm like, well, I'm not playing anymore. If you bring it back, I'm going to leave it on the floor. He tried to eat plastic all the time. I was like, you're an idiot.
Oh my God, we have one of those. It's so annoying. Like,
I couldn't open a cheese bag. And if I opened a bag that even remotely sounded like a cheese bag, I was like, this isn't for you. Trying to climb the cabinets. I'm like, this isn't for you.
Sounds, they're very realistic.
Oh, that's what he sounded like.
You said meow.
He was a menace. He'd scream and scream and scream until you said something to him. Then he'd shut up. Come here. Okay. Done. Goes to sleep. I'm like, get fucked.
See,
why would you do that?
I like because they're like people. They all have their own little weird.
I don't have to do anything. I just have to feed and water him, clean his litter box, and give him some kisses, and he's totally good to go. My cat was not independent, that's for sure. He was up my rear end. Would not leave me alone.
Most of ours are like that.
I was like, when I get another cat, they have to be exactly like him, and like the best way possible. Because if I had a normal cat, I think I'd lose my mind.
Well, I've never had I don't even know what a normal cat is. Somebody had a normal cat, and I went over to their house. I was like, oh, this is how cats are supposed to act, huh?
Yeah, like my best friend has 2 cats, and they're the most chill cats ever. Like they just lay around, and like they'll come over to you, but then they'll just walk away and leave and go lay on the cat tower. I'm like, what is this?
Oh, that's nice.
I was like, get your cats to do something else. Like she never met my cat, but I would like send her videos, and she's like, oh my god, if Storm and Dobby acted this way, I was like, you'd lose your mind. I was like, now you know how it feels when I sleep over at your house and they don't come sit on my face.
You gotta miss it though, right?
Yeah, I was allergic to cats too.
I'm totally allergic to cats.
Yeah,
I don't care.
When I was really little, I was allergic to every type of cat. It didn't matter. So when I got older, I was only like really allergic to like long-haired cats.
Okay.
But my cat, I wouldn't get sick or anything or get hives when he was just around. But if he like laid on me, I would just break out in hives. Ooh, and I would be like, Louie, you gotta get off, bro. And he was like, no. So then I'd push him off, and as soon as I go wash my face, I was fine. But like, I would just break out. I was like, you gotta get off,
not
man.
Not that bad. I'm glad.
And it's only my
the
face.
Nose and the eyes.
It was only my face.
Really?
My arms and my hands would never break out. It was always just my face.
I mean, it's more sensitive on your face.
Yeah, and I would sneeze and get teary-eyed, and if he slept near my face, like right before he passed, like he was so like cuddly, and like literally the night before, he was like up in my chin, and I was just breaking out, and I was like, I gotta deal with it, because like he's gonna get mad if I move him. I woke up, my eyes were crusty. I was like, you're an asshole.
That's the worst.
He's like in my arm when I wake up. I'm like, you're not even on my chest. He spent his time giving me baths, kisses, and eating my hair.
I had a cat when I was growing up that used to do that. She used to eat my hair, and then if I wouldn't wake up when she wanted me to, she'd like pull little pieces out. She was a bad word.
My cat would, when I was in school, would like claw at my like carpet in front of my room to try to get somebody to open it. And I was like, Louie, it's 3 in the fucking morning. No one's waking up. And then he would just continue meowing. I'm like, if you do not shut up, I swear to God, I have to be up in 3 hours.
All our cats are so vocal. They'll meow before they come in the room. They'll be like, meow. And if we don't meow back, they mostly won't come in the room.
I would like pick up stuffed animals off my bed. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. And he would be like, and then go run and hide. And I was like, thank you, shut up. And then I'd get up in the morning. He'd be like, have a good day.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep all day while you're gone.
Right. I'd open the door, hightailed it straight out. I was like, I'm not keeping you trapped. You're not in prison. You're in here for 8 hours. You're going to be all right.
They might die, though. Remember, there's no telling of time for them.
His food and water and litter box were in my room. He'd be all right. He wasn't going to die.
All right, are you running?
Yeah.
Oh, are you? Okay. I don't
okay.
really pay attention. I really love your makeup, by the way.
Thank you very much.
It's like dope.
When I did my hair, I bleached my eyebrows, so then I was like, you know what? I'm going to like steal Sonia Deville and like put the makeup through it. So yeah.
I like the makeup. It's different from when I first saw you, though.
Yeah, so I learned how to do makeup recently.
That's why it's different.
I have like very hooded eyes. And like when I would do liner or eyeshadow, I could never see it.
You need to show me how to do it, because your eyeshadow is on point.
Thank you.
It looks really good for a hooded. I didn't even really realize you had a hooded eye until you said that.
One of them is way more hooded than the other.
Oh, shoot, you do.
Yeah, when I did some cosplay and I did makeup, and I was like, you know what? Let me just try and see. And it looked so much better than what I usually did. I was like, that's how I got to do my makeup now, because...
No, I like it. And it looks good. The green especially looks good with your brown.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
This is my mom's palette. I stole it from her.
It's yours now, right?
Apparently, yeah.
I feel like that's how that works.
Whenever she asks for it back, I just be like, here you go. But,
I mean, you can borrow this, Mom. That's fine.
It's yours anyways. So fine. You can borrow it.
All right, so we are here with Jensyn. Are you're the women's champ still? Yes.
No.
Did I miss that? Did I miss
so
it?
I lost to Shauna earlier this year.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
That's right. We were here.
Yeah, no, you're okay.
Worst memory.
No, it's okay. A lot of people think I'm
planet.
still champion when I
Well,
talk
you
to
are
them.
really.
I am the people's champion.
You are the people's champ.
There you go.
Girl, when
The Rock
when you
who?
come out, like it's a pop. That's
I
what
came
it's
out
called,
one
right?
show, and I kid you not, I came back, and they were like, "Shut the show down." That was when I teamed with Travesty.
Oh my God, that
Yes.
was so
I
good.
came back from
That was so
from
good.
it after Jackie decided to beat me senseless with a chair, and then everyone was like, "Shut the show down." Jensyn got the biggest pop of the night.
You really
none of us were gonna be able to beat it.
No, like you came out, and I mean, obviously I yelled, but like everybody,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, yes.
It's very different from when I first came here. Everybody hated me when I first showed up because I faced Melanie, and everyone hated me.
There's Melanie.
Melanie Cruz, she was the women's champion when I debuted.
Was she?
Yes, 2020. And everybody hated me. They didn't like me. And then I showed up once or twice after that, a couple times, was in like a battle royal with a bunch of dudes. And then I beat the ever-living daylights out of Chad Nails, and then I was everybody's favorite. So
I mean, like that's not hard to do from what
I beat him in
seen.
like 4 seconds I defended my women's championship
I
in
feel
4
like
seconds.
we were here, weren't we? No, we were not.
No, this
Okay.
was
RCW until last year.
okay.
It was 2021, and it was like our new showcase show.
Maybe it just
Yeah.
feels like you beat him every time in 4 seconds.
You
Yeah.
did see him beat
I mean, I beat him every time, so.
wherever the hell that was for PWK.
I don't remember.
Oh, his King of Nothing championship?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
King of Nothing women's title.
Them kids went ham on him.
Yeah, they did. But no, you're really good, and I know just from when I've seen you at first, I was like, she's all right. I'm gonna support her because she's a woman,
Because she's a woman.
because that's what women should do.
Feminism.
But you're really good.
Thank you.
Like you're enjoyable to watch. Like
Thank
it's
you.
fun.
I like to say I've gotten better.
You have.
I was
I mean,
not very enjoyable in the first.
I
won't
feel
lie.
that I feel so bad saying that every time that I say it, but like you weren't horrible.
Yeah.
You were right.
I like to say I was the drizzling shit. So,
You did what you had to do.
yeah, I was just kind of there in the beginning.
It felt
but-
like you weren't just so comfortable with it.
yeah, the comfortability really came like the last like 6 months. Honestly,
I feel like that's when it changes.
Yeah.
At least for me, like I notice a change, and it's just like you're owning it, and you're a pleasure to watch.
I think
really.
my most fun match recently was when I was tagging with Funkin' Fresh.
Oh.
I feel like that was the most characterable like person I've ever been. Yes, we faced Jackie and Just Business.
We were here for that.
Yeah, I was like I just
Yeah.
don't remember their name. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
But I like remember the
The
I
guy
only
with the
remember
dreads and the one that came out in
Oh
the dress.
shoot! Yeah, see, I only
Yeah.
remember watching you, and I know
Oh.
that's bad, but that's how ADHD works. Everybody, I hyper focus on things I enjoy. So, and I enjoy you in the ring,
thank you.
like so. Yeah. So, what month did you debut? 2020, right?
Yeah, so I debuted in July of 2020, July 3rd, so right before 4th of July.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, where did
That
you
was a battle
train?
royal.
Was it a battle royal?
No, actually.
What
So
was
I
it?
debuted in what was it? It was a 6-man tag. Yeah, 6-man tag. It was in Bourbon.
Okay.
It was myself, Nerd,
He is
and Chris Tano, who no longer wrestles, but he's one of my great friends. And we were teaming against our trainers. So we were against Kongo Kong, Mark Vandy, and Jorge Bravo.
fun. Dude, that's dope.
I was supposed to be a heel. That people were supposed to hate me. Problem was, I was not aware of this. But when I debuted, the last girl who was there before me was Rebuke Soho. So when I came out, people were like, "Oh my God, it's a girl." And they were flipping their lid and they cheered me. And I was like, "No, boo me. You're supposed to hate me."
You're all
oops.
stupid people.
Yeah, and I went toe to toe with Kong, and people were like, "Yes!" I was like, "This is not
No,
good. This
really?
is not good."
Yeah, they should be cheering
So,
for you, not you.
Right. They were excited. You know, I was a big girl going against a big tall man, so they were like, "Yes, fight!" And I was like, "Oh, okay." So the next show, I was like, "I cannot be heel. This isn't gonna work."
You're not
So the next show, they immediately turned me face, and I betrayed my team members. And
How does that work exactly?
so we were all in the ring, and I came out with them and everything. And Kong and I think it was Vandy, they had a mystery partner, but it was just me.
Oh, okay. I was like,
so like
partner.
Kong's music started playing, and like they were like, oh my god, who is it? Like they're coming out. I just like stepped back, and so like I teamed up with them, and they were like, why did you betray us? But y'all know nerd. You see why I betray him.
Yeah, no, I would betray him too.
right.
Because he's kind of a jerk.
Then people just loved me after that. So.
I mean, how could they not, though? You're very personable. I have to
Thank
say
you.
you're very, trying to think, active is not the right word. Personable is good, but like in the ring, you're very engaging. There we go.
Thank you.
You're very engaging, and you kind of like work with the crowd, and I enjoy the whole show.
I had a lot of trouble with that, so I'm glad that's good feedback. I didn't know what to do in there for the longest time. I was like, what do I say? Like, what do I like? You're
better now than again when I first saw you. I think it's the comfortable though. I think once you are comfortable with it, once you own it, like it shows. At least to me as a fan. So
my Mark Vandy always told me. He said, one of these days you're just going to be out there and it's just all going to make sense. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And he's like, it could take years. I was like, you know what? All right. So then, in the last 6 months, I was like, this just makes sense. Like, I know what I'm supposed to do out there. And I faced Haven Harris at PWK, and I just was a completely different person. We went out there, and I came back, and I was like, that was the most entertaining person I've ever been in my entire life.
But you're entertaining, like, naturally. I feel like it would be easy to translate that to the ring.
So you would think that.
I would.
So I'm a very funny person. I'm everyone's like personal comedian, but like when I go out there, I always felt like I was gonna make a fool of myself. Oh. And I was like, I don't want to go out here and look stupid in front of all these people because like someone might be paying to see me. So like I don't want to look stupid, and then someone's like, this is my favorite wrestler, and then their friends are like, really, that's your favorite? Like, I don't want to be that person.
There's all sorts of fucking weird shit.
I was so scared. Right, I was scared to like go out there and just be myself. And then like after all of these like seminars and shows I've been to, and like I think Fulton, like so I liked Fulton when he was in NXT. And so when he came here and he came out, he's swinging his dreads all over the place. And I was like, you know, this is like a 7 foot tall man with dreads, and he's coming out here swinging them and coming out the Spice Girls and Disturbed. So
that was a dope song.
Right. So clearly I can be a fool and people will still like me. And so here I am, but being an absolute dork, and people still cheer for me because they love me.
But because we identify, maybe? I don't know.
If someone can identify with me, then I have done my job.
All right, well, you've done your job because I identify with you.
My little sister is autistic, so I always like to make a joke with her. I said, I think your tism has rubbed off on me.
I love that.
Because I'm not diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I have ADD or ADHD, either one.
ADHD, that like manifests in a lot of the same ways autism
I just cannot focus on like multiple things at once. Like I was making friendship bracelets the other day for my concert. I'm going to Sleep Token, and we're all making friendship bracelets.
Dope.
And I was like, oh yeah, make these bracelets. All of a sudden I'm on my phone. I'm like, no, put it down. I was like, you have to make these bracelets. Okay, making them on my phone again. I was like, no!
I live in that world.
It's terrible.
It is awful. And people think I do it on purpose, and I'm like, no, I promise. If I could not, I would.
I had my last ex got mad at me for that because we would just be hanging out or whatever, and I would just randomly get on my phone. And I'm like, I can't help it. Like,
no, you
it's
have
just
like a thought, and you're gonna go in.
Right, I can't help it.
It's a good distraction, and it's a good self-soother.
I'm a very bad passive scroller. So like I will just scroll and scroll and scroll till I get bored.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, yeah, I need to put it down. And then I'll like 15 minutes later, I'm like, I wonder what's going on now. Like nothing's changed.
No, it's like when you open the fridge and you look and you're like, oh, I don't want any of that crap. And you go sit back down and you get back up. And
maybe something
like it magicked itself.
Right.
There.
Maybe somebody cooked something and I didn't smell it or whatever.
Or I missed it the first time I went in there because I miss things. No, I get it 100%.
Yeah.
No, 100%. I had to set a time limit on my Instagram.
Because
I went on Instagram. It's like, you've been on Instagram 30 minutes. Do you want to like go somewhere else? And I'm like, yeah, bitch, I'll go to Facebook.
I had screen time set on my phone for like 2 weeks. And then it started making me mad because I couldn't Google stuff.
I'm impressed you lasted that long. I lasted like 4 days, I think.
My time would start at 11 p.m. because I needed to go to bed for work. And I would have like a random thought and I'd be like, I need to Google this. And it'd be like, you've reached your time limit. I'm like, I don't care. And then I'd search and then it would pop up like 6 more times. I'm like, get off of my screen. I've had enough.
I don't want to be reminded. I already know I shouldn't be doing this.
Right, and it was like, your average screen time is like 7 hours. I'm like, you know what? That's pretty good. Screen time get turned off. I'm like, for going to work 8 hours a day and it's only 7 hours screen time, sold. Done.
That means you're working at least 1 hour of that.
Right. I always have music playing because I absolutely cannot do anything.
I much prefer doing literally everything to some kind of soundtrack.
I couldn't do schoolwork without music. I can't like work out without music. I can't.
Oh, I cannot. Like, I'm negative motivated to work out if I don't have music.
I do grocery picking. So like I have to listen to music or I'm going to get frustrated with all the people around me.
I mean, yeah, no, I feel that feel.
My store manager was like, no earbuds. I said, well, if I don't have any earbuds, I'm not doing my job. So pick and choose your battles.
Long hair though.
Yeah, like she was just because people weren't paying attention to customers.
Oh.
But I was like, I'm going to wear them anyways. And my earbuds are black and they kind of look.
Groceries, why you need to pay attention to customers?
Because people ask me questions because they don't want to look at the signs above the grocery lanes that are like, oh, here's where cereal is.
I won't wait. I'll wait to ask a question until like I literally can't find it. In the second I ask, I'm like, oh, I'm blind. I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. And I'll.
Someone came up to me the other day and they were like, hey, where's the cereal? I said, right here. And they said, oh my God. I said, if it was a snake, it would have bit you. And they were like, there's a whole I'm like, you walk past it probably 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Because I get on other things. Like, I don't look where I'm supposed to be looking.
Right. Then you're like 7 aisles over. You're like, oh my God, I forgot bread. The one thing I came to the store for, you got a full cart.
Yeah. That's usually, I don't remember until I get home. And then I'm like, didn't need bread anyway. We're going to do without.
Right. Like, I'm not going back now.
That's what spoons are for.
The best part of the fact that I work at a grocery store is that I go home, I'm like, oh, I don't have that. Guess I'm getting tomorrow.
I mean, that's helpful.
Yeah. Except we have a clearance aisle, and my mom calls me the clearance queen. So I just like go down the clearance aisle and be like, oh, that looks good. Snacks after snacks after snacks.
I mean, if you're going to eat them, it doesn't matter if they expire soon, right? And the expiration date's just for like the public. It doesn't like expire.
That's true. I have like 5 boxes of fruit snacks in my house.
Fruit snacks are so good.
They're Barbie fruit snacks. They were on buy 5, save $1. So, like, they were $1.22 on clearance.
Oh, that's a good
So I
deal.
bought 6 boxes and it knocked $1 off each box, so they were only 22 cents a box.
Dang! I probably would have bought more than 6 boxes for 22 cents a box.
I would have, but I have this thing where like I'll buy a bunch of food. And I'll be like, this is what I want right now.
And then not want it
and then I'll eat it.
Yep.
And then like 2 days later, I'm like, I'm not in the mood for this anymore. And it'll just sit because nobody else in my house will eat it.
Yep, me too. That's exactly what I do. There's such huge amounts of food that I buy. And I'm like, this looks so good. And sometimes I won't even get a chance to eat it. A lot of the times I'll get it like once. And then I'm like, that doesn't sound good anymore.
Right, like I don't want to eat it anymore, even though I have 9 of it in the cabinet. Then I'm like, is anybody like auctioning it off in my house?
I try to give it away too. Usually,
right, I'm like,
nobody likes the kind of crap that I like, though. Not even my kid. Like, she'll eat some of the stuff, and then sometimes she'll be like, Mom, that's, no. I'm good.
I'm just like, I just start handing it out. I'm like, here you go.
I should give it out at shows.
I would, but like, I don't know. People might expect it every time. And be like, I ain't got no fruit snacks on me this time. Sorry. Especially the kids. Oh
yeah, the kids would be.
Turn on you.
They would turn on you.
Jensyn doesn't have any fruit snacks.
Attacker.
Pardon me.
Kids are fickle. Kids are fickle.
Right. And she had no fruit snacks. Get a fruit snacks chant. I can't.
So I have to ask about your makeup. Like, it's
yes.
Good. Why?
So when I first wanted to wrestle, I didn't want to do face paint at all. I hated the idea. I was obsessed with the idea of being like Alexa Bliss, and I was like, that's not going to work. I'm short, but I'm not tiny.
I can't. Well, your energy isn't Alexa Bliss energy, though.
Ooh. So if there's ever a chance that I'm at a show and you see me being heel, oh yeah.
Oh.
Definitely 100%
really?
channeling like my inner like my inner bitch, I'd say.
All right.
Like, I have major RBF, so like people think I'm mean anyways.
Yeah. Like,
so,
you're always grumpy, right?
Like, I'm always super nice, but like if I have to play a heel, oh yeah, like it's nasty.
Ooh.
So I was like, I want to be Alexa Bliss. Like, my dad's like, you can't. Like, there's no way. He was like, you're not going to be able to, like, he's like, attitude-wise, you can pull it off, but you can't do half of the stuff that she can do because you can't get up on the top rope, you can't do anything. I was like, you know what, that's right. So my dad convinced me for like straight 3 months that I should do face paint. And so the black part of my face paint was half of my dad's face paint when he wrestled.
Oh.
So I got one half, and then my younger sister gets the other half.
Oh, that's so dope.
Yes.
I love that.
So together we get my dad's face paint. And
so did he have the green too, or is that you?
So he had the black.
Okay.
And he had one big red triangle on the bottom part of his.
Okay.
And I tried it and I smeared it and I was like, I don't like it. So I was at a show and this was before I debuted, and I was like, you know what? Like, pitching it to other wrestlers around me. And I was like, do you think it would look better if I had like splatter paint on my face? And they were like, yeah, I think it would be nice. And then like I watched Luna, and I was like, Luna had like lightning on her face, like big veins on her face. Yeah. And then I watched Asuka, and she had the green paint all the way down her face. And I was like, I have an idea. Oh. So this part is Luna.
And that's Asuka.
And this part is Asuka. And
I see it now.
I heavily thought about doing like the black line across my face, and I was like, no, I don't need that. So I didn't know how to do makeup for the longest time, and so this half of my face always looked pretty, but I didn't like it. But like this has just evolved over time. Like,
I like it better than it was.
Yes, I just kind of go crazy with it. I'll do like 7 colors sometimes. Like I did a show and I did all spring colors.
Oh wow!
And it was just all different colors across my face. So
is it just like eyeliner?
No, it's acrylic paint.
Shut up!
Yeah,
really? The black too?
Yep. If you ever, I put eyeshadow over it so it stays longer.
Okay.
But if you ever, like, while I'm wrestling, it'll just start coming off. Like, the black will come off, so it won't come off as easy. But the green will be gone first, because I sweat like Brock Lesnar. So, like, I'll just...
sweaty.
Oh, yeah. It's, woo! You wouldn't swear I was a woman at that point. Dear God. No, but I sweat like Brock Lesnar. It's so bad. So, like, it'll just, boop, right gone. It's completely gone at the end. I think
now that you say that, like, I kind of remember that. Yeah. I guess I just don't pay attention. I'm watching you wrestle, so like those are superfluous to me. Yeah, it'll come off, but the black stays pretty well. I put eyeshadow over it so it doesn't come off. Acrylic paint though. Yep, and then I just go home and I take either makeup remover or just water and soap, and it just starts like caking. Like it just starts crumbling and rolling off my face, and yeah. So that's better than I don't even, is it clown makeup, theatrical makeup? So I, clown makeup, I'm crying, yes. It would just spread all over the place. I meant theatrical makeup. Oh yeah. I thought about it, but like, I only paint the one side of my face, so this side of my face has been like accustomed to like having the paint on it at least once a month, so I don't break out. Like, I have my alter ego and I paint my whole face, and when I do that, my face breaks out because it freaks out and my eye gets irritated. I bet it looks dope though. Oh, it's beautiful. Your alter ego. Yes. Her name is the Death Ryder. And she is an evil, evil, evil person. And she spits black goo, and she is dead. She has a baseball bat. Ooh. It's my dad's baseball bat. Ooh. So she kind of borrowed it. And she comes out. She just wears street clothes because she doesn't have anything crazy yet. But she sounds intriguing. Oh yeah, she's got like black across her face, and it's like triangles on my face. Okay. And it's first time was green, and the second time was orange, and it looks like neon lights on my face. Oh, dope. Yeah. So you have the horn thingy too, the crown? Yes. Is it a crown? It's a crown, yes. Right? I like to say that they are people's finger bones. The running joke was that it was Chad Nail's toes. No. But yeah. That's such a plot. I'm such a visual person, like I instantly ew. So why that? I don't know. Oh, okay. So I went to Walmart for Halloween, and it was the end of October, and I was like looking for stuff to like upgrade myself as a character, and it was on clearance, and I looked at it and I said, that's cute. So then I bought it for like $3, and I brought it home, showed it to my dad. He's like, yeah, I think that's nice. And then
when I debuted it for the first time, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, so I took acrylic paint to it and just dabbed it all over the place.
Oh,
so it looks like it's rotting, and it looks,
does. Yeah,
and it's just creative.
You kind of when you come out, it's kind of like Celtic goddess-ish.
Yes,
like warrior goddess. Like that's what that when you come out, that's what it reminds me of. Just like on the tail end, like
I try. So my whole point was for like I'm from the afterlife. So obviously my alter ego is completely dead. Like she's a zombie, a zombie per se.
Since when is the afterlife full of live people? Not
right,
very often,
a zombie per se. But I like to think that I'm kind of like, I'm from the afterlife, but I'm kind of like a gift. They just send me in. They're like, here you go.
I could see that.
Like a vessel, I guess. Like a vessel,
I like that.
say. So like that's why, like I got to get new stuff, but my favorite band is Sleep Token, and they have a song called Take Me Back to Eden, and their character for that song is deaf.
Oh.
And she has a scythe, and she has big, huge wings, and her hair is all in her face. I was like, that's... Mm-hmm.
I could see a scythe for
that's
sure.
Her. Yep.
Like 120%. That would go like beyond perfect.
I was like, that's her, for sure. Like...
We need to get you a scythe now.
Oh, I'm looking at Spirit Halloween. Fingers crossed.
Oh my God, Spirit Halloween is ridiculously expensive. Somebody buy her a scythe. That's all. Okay.
My birthday is October 13th.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well,
I was born on Friday the 13th. So
that's dope.
Yeah, Friday the 13th on a full moon in October. So
that's spooky.
I call myself Lucky 13 because everyone's like 13's unlucky. No, for 13.
Me. For me, either. I like the number 13.
13 is my most lucky number, and if I see 13 somewhere, I know that I'm going to have a good day.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I like that so much. So you're wrestling tonight? Obviously, you're in makeup. Who are you wrestling?
Randy West.
I'm crying.
So Randy owes me a match.
Oh.
When I first started wrestling, she was supposed to be my first match.
Really?
That didn't happen because she got hurt.
Well, rude.
So,
how dare she?
Unbelievable.
Rude. I mean,
so I never got to face her. I tried for years to try and wrestle her, and she was retired pretty much. And then she came back, and I was like, oh, okay, all right.
I didn't know she was retired.
Yeah, so she didn't, I wouldn't say, I guess, retired. That was the word that we all used, but she didn't wrestle because her neck was so jacked up.
Okay.
But she came back, and she's kicking ass.
Yay.
So
I
was like, all right, like, I want to face her. Jackie thought she got me good, but really she just inserted a match I wanted anyways. So.
I'm excited. I know I read it, but I had forgotten. I was just like, it's whoever you're fighting, it's fine. It's you. You're
right.
Gonna be, like, it's just you.
Everyone's like, she's going to hit you hard. I'm like, great, I hit hard too.
You do hit so hard. And I love the intergender matches so much because, like, I don't know, not all women's matches, not yours at least, but some women's matches are technically nice, but like it lacks the fervor and the passion.
Right.
And you don't lack the passion no matter who you wrestle, which is
the funniest part about that is when I first wrestled, this is an important, so Anthony Lee is a good friend of mine. We were in a rumble together, and he told me I hit him, and he was like, that was the best hit that you could have ever given. And I was like, that's weird because, like, I was told not to hit, like, really hard. I was like, hit safely and light so you don't, like, make anybody mad. Right. And he said, no. He said, don't. He goes, you hit people. So then I wrestled him again, and I hit him real good, and he's like, that was a good one. So now everyone I face, I was like, well, I was told I hit too light, and they were like, well, hit me. So I hit them, and they're like, yeah, you can hit harder than that. Like, you have to hit me harder than that. So now the rule I have for myself is when I face other people, if you don't hit me, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not gonna do anything for you. I'm just gonna kick you down and beat you till you decide to fight back. Because if you're not gonna hit me with all of your might, what are we doing?
I like that. I really do, and it does make a difference.
And I have a lot of people who get afraid to hit me, and I'm like, if you don't hit me, I'm gonna get mad.
I mean, you know what you're in for,
right? And it's the guys. They always get nervous that they're gonna hurt me, and I'm like, I am standing across from you in a match right now. If you do not hit me, I'm going to get mad at you. and then you will have worse consequences on your hands for not hitting me.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
So now they all hit me pretty hard. I like to take chops, which is also something people don't like to take.
Ugh,
They're my favorite thing to take. My rule, I faced Alice Crowley, and my rule was, I said, I know that you like to chop people. I said, so light me up. And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. So when we got done, her handprint was on my chest, and she felt bad. And I was like, don't be sorry. I said, I told you. I said, I know what I got into. So my rule for that also is if I tell you to chop me, or if you chop me for whatever reason, if your handprint is not on my chest or I don't have a bruise when we're done, you did not hit me hard enough.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, because you said strong style. That's what it's called. I like that. I really do. Like, again, the other stuff I don't hate, but I like it because it looks...
Gives it more believability.
Yes, I would say I don't like the real, not real, because it's real. Y'all are really doing stuff. Like, you just don't hate each other. Like,
I have a very high pain tolerance, so
hard saying.
People have to hit me, or I'm not going to sell per se. Now, if you rock me good, you're going to rock me good.
That's good, though. It makes, again, for a better show.
I go to work the next day, and I'm like, look at all the bruises I have.
I'm crying.
I walked in one day, and I looked at my boss, and I said, look at my chest. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I said, look at my chest. And he was like, why? I said, there's a handprint on my chest.
Oh, it was still the next day?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it was, who was it? It wasn't Alice. It was somebody recent. I cannot remember who it was. And I came in the next day. Oh, it was Jorge Bravo.
Oh.
He chopped me in our tag match with Travesty. And I walked into work. I said, guys, look at my chest. And my boss was like, what? I said, there's a handprint on my chest. And he was like, damn. So I was like, you want to see what happened? And so I pull it up, and you can hear it. And he was like, you took that? I said, yeah. He goes, I'd cry. And this is a grown man. And I was like, you got to be better than that, man. One of my coworkers, two of my coworkers like wrestling. So they always ask me a bunch of questions when I come back into work, and they always talk with me. And one of them came up to me one day. He goes, can you chop me? I was like, are you sure?
You shut up.
And he was like, yeah, I really want you to chop me. I said, okay. So here's the deal. I said, I'm not going to chop you if you're not bare-chested. And he was like, okay. I said, lift your shirt. So I had like a baseball arm, and I completely just baseball flat home. And he had my handprint as a welt on his chest.
Oh.
So he went home to his wife, and he goes, look what she did to me today. And his wife was like, oh my God. So he came back to work. He goes, your hand's still there. Like,
oh my God.
Posted it on Facebook. I was like, please quit asking me to chop you, because this is what's going to happen.
That's good. Whoa, that's weird and also extremely funny.
Yeah.
I'm sure his wife was like, go.
Yeah, she doesn't even ask questions anymore.
Like, I see it. Good for you.
Right.
That's
Congrats,
nice, honey.
pal.
Yeah.
How much did it hurt? Did you cry a little bit?
Sometimes you guys, and I'm like, I can feel it in my soul.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't.
I think
even with a high pain tolerance, I'm also a wussy.
I think the worst part for me is when I faced Alice, she hit me in the same spot so many times, and I was sweating, and it burned. So the last one she hit me with, I had to put my hand up. I was like, oh, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, no, that would sting because you're slapping wet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, who haven't you wrestled that you want to wrestle?
Jessica Havoc.
Oh, that was fast. Why?
So she's a fellow big girl, and when I was a teenager, obviously, like, I watched WWE because I wanted to wrestle because of Sasha Banks and Bayley. That's why.
See, and I know them.
Yes.
I know them.
I wanted to wrestle
I
because I watched them at TakeOver Brooklyn.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to do that. Like, I want to main event a show. Like, I want to get flowers. I want to, like,
that's when you
put
decided?
on a whole show. Yes. And I loved them anyways, and I loved Becky and, like, Alexa and all of them. But I was like, that was, like, the turning match that really made me want to wrestle.
Okay.
And I was like, that's it. Like, I have to wrestle now.
And how old were you?
I was 16. No, I wasn't even 16 yet.
Oh.
They wrestled in the middle of 2015, so I wasn't even 15 yet.
I was going to say math. I would be here like for a half an hour trying to figure.
I wasn't even 15 yet. And I waited until I was 16 to tell my mom that I wanted to wrestle. And she told me no. And I was like, well, I don't care. And she was like, well, you have to tell your father. So I told my dad, and he was like, no, I don't want you wrestling. And I was like, well, either you find me somebody to train or I'm going to do it myself.
Why did they not want you wrestling?
My dad had to quit because he got too many concussions.
Okay.
A guy hit him with a chair really, really wrong.
You're not supposed to hit in the head, are you?
No, so the guy didn't hit him in the head. The guy hit him, like, on the top part of his spine.
Oh.
Like, not the correct place on your back.
Okay.
And it smacked my dad's, like, vertebrae.
Ooh.
And everything went numb. So my dad finished the match. And he beat the shit out of the dude, obviously.
All right, fair enough.
Got to the back and just collapsed on the floor.
Holy crap.
Like, could not feel anything, nothing. So he was done. Like, he's supposed to have spinal fusion surgery in his neck, and he hasn't done it. Like, it was pretty bad. Like,
and when was that? Like,
this was in the 90s. Okay, so I wasn't even born yet.
You were like a twinkle in his eye.
I wasn't even a thought.
Oh, huh?
I don't even think... My older sister, I don't even think was born before this happened.
So that, and they were still like, no. And you knew he was a wrestler, obviously, growing up. Did they not expect that?
So my dad didn't expect me to be the wrestler.
Really?
He expected my older sister to be the wrestler. Because my older sister is bigger than me.
Okay.
But she's like more butch, I'd say. I don't want to like use that word, but like she's more masculine than me.
Masculine leaning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's like... just much more like into wrestling. And like my dad took her to Raw when she was little, and like she would jump off of couches and all sorts of stuff. And so like when she never wanted to wrestle, my dad was like, oh, okay, well I guess none of the kids are going to want to wrestle then. And surprise, the one that he didn't expect to want to wrestle was like, yeah, I want to wrestle. And then my little sister was like, well, I want to too. And my dad's like, are you sure like you want to and you're not just following your sister? And she was like, no, I want to. So she's training.
She'll find out, I assume, in training whether she really wants to do it.
She's been training for 2 years, so she's
okay.
She knows for sure.
Okay.
Her favorite thing is to throw punches at me. So I super kicked her in the middle of mire.
For real?
Yes, we were in the chip aisle, and I couldn't do super kicks for the longest time because my leg just wouldn't let me. And I super kicked her in the middle of mire, and everyone was like walking around. She goes, "Oh my god, I'm so proud of you. That was great." My mom's like,
beautiful.
Yeah, my mom goes, can you guys stop? And I was like, I just super kicked her. Did you see that?
And she's supporting you. Well, she got super kicked. She's still like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, she was like, she was like, your leg up there and everything. It was like right in my face. I was like, thank you. I appreciate you. All the other people were like, what just happened in this aisle right now?
But yeah, they probably liked it. Yeah.
I wonder how many like reports that Meyer got of like this lady just super kicked another lady. Like, I don't know what was going on, but you might want to check that out.
Oh, shit. I think I'd just laugh. If I saw that, I would just hysterically laugh and just keep walking. I wouldn't even...
I'll just catch her off guard and just forearm her. And my mom's like, can you not do that? We're in public. So then she'll be like, no, it's fine. And then I'll look away. Wham! I was like, that one felt good.
I guess it wasn't fine.
She says it is, but she always gets me back. We'll get into chopping contests in the house.
Good Lord.
She'll get in my way and I'll be like, get out of the way. So I'll just chop her. And then she'll like turn around and just wham, overhand.
So are you going to be wrestling her then? I feel like that could be...
So she's my tag partner.
Oh.
Yes.
That's dope.
Yes. So there's not very many female tag teams around.
No, there is not.
So yeah, she's my tag partner.
That's happy. So, that's a happy hearing to my ears. I love that. Is she short like you?
She's very short and stocky.
Okay.
She's a little bit taller than me.
I just was trying to envision in my head.
It's literally security.
Oh, I know her. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I knew she was your sister because y'all look alike, like somebody carbon copied. But I didn't know she was like that sister.
So she's training. Right. She does her thing. I don't know when she's gonna be able to debut or anything.
Well,
but
I'll be excited for it because I think you guys together could pretty much slam everybody into the next parallel universe.
I agree.
Yeah. You guys would be dope AF. Like for real.
Mickey Knuckles told us, she was like, there is no female Road Warrior tag teams.
Oh,
she was like, you guys need to be that.
Oh, that'd be really great.
So that's what we're striving for.
Oh, I'm really excited now.
Yes.
Like, so excited.
That's
I cannot even wait. Oh, yay. Okay, sorry.
No, you're okay.
Is there anything? I don't think I forgot anything. I have, again. Is there anything you want to like pimp yourself? No.
Everyone should buy my Barbie shirts.
You have Barbie shirts?
Yeah, so they're on pre-order right now for $25. I have small through 5X.
You have Barbie? What, are they pink?
Yeah, so they're white and they say my name in Barbie font.
Oh,
they are on pre-order right now.
How did I miss that?
I just posted it the other day.
Okay. Well, I want some.
But they're on pre-order right now, and I will have them for the November show.
Do I have to pay when I pre-order? Do we have to pay when we pre-order? Well, yeah, we'll probably be at the November show too.
Yeah. Either you like prepay and just like that just like confirms that you're getting a shirt.
Well, like I was just asking, like if anybody sees this and says I want a Barbie shirt, because like who doesn't want a Barbie shirt?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You could pre-ordering the payment just means that you're definitely gonna get it.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty much like making them for the pre-orders, so anybody that pre-orders them for sure is getting it, and then whatever ones I make after that, then I'm gonna bring them to a show.
Okay. I was all panicky for like.
Oh no! I'll have them at the November show, but I have small through 5X because I'm inclusive, and I don't think that's fair. If I don't
appreciate
have
that. And see, that's the other thing. Like, there's not a lot of, and I hate using this term. Really hate using like big girls.
Yes.
Like, there's not a lot of. It's all like pretty little
dainty little girls. Yes.
And I don't see myself in that.
Whenever I'm at a show and I see another like Simon Gotch just called us thick brothers earlier. So I was like, in his terms, if I see another thick brother, I'm gonna be like, hey. But yeah, I don't think it's fair for people not to have bigger sizes for that, or for people to upcharge for a certain size.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Like I have a condition called boobs, so I have to wear like a 3X just for it to like comfortably fit me.
Oh my god!
I can wear an extra large, but like it has to comfortably fit. Right. So I wear like a 3X, and I always buy bigger shirts so they shrink. Mm-hmm. My mom wears a 5, and I like to make sure that she's included. Like she also has a condition called boobs.
Right.
And she's had 2 children, so. But I don't think it's fair for people not to have an inclusive size.
I appreciate that about you.
Thank you. I had somebody ask me last show. They're like, "Are you gonna have like what's the biggest size you're gonna go to? 5? Like if someone needs a 6 or like whatever, like I will make sure I get you that. Like,
yeah. See,
like I will go out of my way to make sure I can find a size that's gonna fit you. Like, I know somebody asked me, they're like, oh, no smalls, because I only listed medium. And I'm like, no, like, smalls just aren't requested very often.
Yeah, I was
like, so if you need a small, I will get you a small. Like, I have no problem with that. But just more people ask for medium and larges.
So you're doing the same on both. Wow, it's almost like that's, like, fairness and tolerance. That's nice. I like it so
I want to be fair.
So much. No, I really do. It makes my heart happy.
Oh, I'm glad.
So thank you. Anything else? Any upcoming shows?
This is my last booking for like 2 months.
Shut up.
So I'm taking like a whole month off.
All right.
October is spooky season, so I want to enjoy October.
Oh, all right.
I'm going away for my birthday, so like I'm gonna have a good time.
That's nice.
My next show that I will be at, I'm always at RCW.
Yes.
So I think it's November 18th. I will be here. Whether I'm wrestling or not, I don't know.
Okay.
But I will be here. And then I will also be in Niles, I think it is, on the 19th, so the next day. I'm doing a show for the kids at Niles Middle School, I believe it is, for their DC trip.
Oh, that's so nice.
So I'll be at that show. That was arranged by our good friend Travesty.
Travesty's so nice.
I love him.
Yes, hard same.
But I will be, those are my 2 dates for November.
Okay.
And I think we have a show in December. I will also be here for that. I'm not sure what the date is. But
I don't even care if you wrestle. When I see you, you make me smile.
I'll always be here, even if I'm not wrestling.
I appreciate that. I talk about RCW like ad nauseum. Like sometimes I'll listen to my interviews back and I'm like, God, can you shut up? But like it's so nice here and everybody's great.
Right. This is my home promotion, so I will always be here unless I absolutely cannot be. So
good. It's very nice. And it's very nice to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I know you.
Thank you for having me.
No,
Thank you for letting me ramble.
So great. All right. Are we